Hey guys, it's Courtney B from the Pulp of Wood, and today is our 5th day for our paper bead challenge. And so let's check out what the paper is going to be. Was the first day. That was second. Third. This was fourth, which is one of my favorites. And looks like this is fifth, but you know what? Looks the same as the second day. Let's check it out. Our first day. Nope, it's not. Very similar, but Alright, so this is going to be our 5th day. And I think today I'm going to make some 1-inch tube beads. So, as always, actually, I don't know which way I want I guess it doesn't really matter which way. Yeah, it doesn't really matter which way it is, the pattern. So, as always, we're going to measure out 1 inch at the top. And tube beads are a lot easier to make than the bicone beads. Not that the bicone beads are hard to make anyways in the first place, but and you go to the bottom, 1 inch on the bottom. Yep, sometimes my paper slides around. Okay, and then just gonna measure out straight across. Instead of doing bicone, we're just gonna do straight across for tube beads. And you can do the whole length of the paper for really super thick tube beads, or you can cut it down and just make a line straight down the middle and make them half as thick. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the super thick ones today because I don't make those very often. And I would like to do that. So how are you all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Got some orders done this morning. Got them packaged up, finished and packaged up, ready to ship. And let's see, what else did I do? I wrote in my planner. I tried frantically all morning looking for what seemed like all morning, really wasn't, but I tried to look for my ink for my printer. My tricolor ink is out in my printer, and I do instant ink. I don't know if you all have ever heard of instant ink before, but I have an HP printer, and I actually get my ink delivered to my doorstep. And they know when my ink is running low, so they send me my ink cartridges before I actually run out, so I always have ink cartridges here. Well, I was frantically looking for my tricolor ink this morning because I needed it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And, you know, since I just moved in my craft room, everything's jumbled up and jammed here and there, so I have no idea where I put it. I could not find it anywhere. I found one, and I thought, oh good, this is it. And then I opened it and looked at the numbers and realized that it was for our printer upstairs, because my kiddos have a printer upstairs in the hallway upstairs, so they can use it for homework or whatever. And yeah, so I have no idea where my tricolor ink is. It's really aggravating because I really need it. I could go to the store and buy one, I suppose, but it's so expensive whenever you do it that way. It's cheaper when you do the instant ink, and I don't know. And there's more in the cartridge, too. There's more ink in the cartridge when you do the instant ink. But anyhow, so that's what I've been doing this morning. Still haven't found it. Hopefully I'll get a new one in the mail soon. Because I should be one up. That's why they haven't sent me a new one. Because I already had one here, but hopefully they will see that I haven't put a new one in, and they'll get me a new one in the mail. So, this is how it looks when it's cut up. And I'm going to open my glue today before I roll my first bead and have to fumble with doing that. So today I'm actually using one of my Christmas paper bead rollers that I made for my Christmas collection. And I have not yet listed these in my Etsy shop, but I will soon. But yeah, so I am using one of those, and let's just see how these are going to look today. These are going to be like super thick. Super, super thick beads. I normally cut mine in half because I don't like the super thick beads. But, you know, some people do, so I am not one of them. With this paper right here, this cardstock is so super thick anyhow that you have to hold it. You have to hold it for a bit so they don't pop open, the tube beads. And sometimes, guys, I don't know if you've ever had this problem, if you've rolled beads before or not, but whenever you take them off the paper bead roller or whatever you're using, barbecue skewer or toothpick, you know, straw, whatever you're using, sometimes whenever you pull them out, they look like this. They're not completely flush with on the edges. I just take mine and I hold them like this if they're tube beads, and I just do that. And usually that pushes them right back down in there. See? Now it's flush. So that's how I do mine. I'm not sure I like the thick ones. Let's try cutting them in half and see what they look like. Normally I would perfectly measure these out so they would be completely even, but since I've already cut them out, I obviously can't do that. And I'm not going to measure each little, you know, each little strip. So, oh yeah, I like these better. They're still thick, but they're not super thick like those other ones. And plus you get more out of a sheet of paper if you do this. But I mean, like, if you like the super thick ones for whatever you're using them for, planners or journaling or something like that, maybe. This is what those look like. And super thick or skinny? Which do you guys like better? The super thick or the skinny ones? I even like the looks of the skinnier ones better. I don't know. This is kind of a boring paper, I think. But it turned out nice. I mean, the beads turned out, they're turning out nice. I like for fall colors, I like the the paper that I used for my last day, for 4th day. Like teals and like, you know, dark teal or turquoise and oranges, and I do like burgundy, or maroon, whatever you want to call this. But, oh, and here's a tip for you guys. If you are going to make tube beads or even any kind of beads with like a lighter color paper like this, it's best if you wash your hands before you do it. Take note for me. I did not wash my hands right before I did that, and I was messing around with my journal, so I had, you know, probably, you know, pencil lead on my hands or whatever. But this is what happens. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's gets kind of, I don't know, dirty looking. So wash your hands before you do that. And sometimes, I'm just going to use a little sanitizer on mine, see if that helps. Sometimes, you know, if you get a lot of glue on your hands, even if they're clean, get a lot of glue on your hands, then it's going to do that. Sometimes whenever I do that, whenever this happens, which I don't have any offhand right next to me, but sometimes if that happens, I just take a little bit of I can't even think straight today, y'all. Baby wipe. Take a little baby wipe and just wipe the sides of it. I keep baby wipes in my house even though I don't have babies anymore. Because you can literally use them to clean anything. Anything. Including paper beads. So, go out and get y'all some cheap baby wipes. You know, you can get them at the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 tree, or the dollar something tree is what I like to call it now. But you can get them there, you know, and just use them to clean up your hands or clean up your work area, glue off the desk or whatever. But they are really helpful for things like this. I just don't have any right next to me offhand. Otherwise, I'd show y'all how good that works. So I'm thinking, guys, for my next challenge, my next paper bead challenge, once I finish my fall book, I'm thinking about doing, I was going to do a magazine, but I actually was going through my scrapbook paper, and I actually found a 2022 calendar that I don't even know why I don't have it hung up because it's still 2022. But I found it. I think somebody gave it to me actually, and it's real nice. It's got really pretty trees and landscapes and stuff like that. So I think I may do that for my next challenge. That would be pretty. So we're gonna do that. And then after that, I'll probably do some Christmas paper. Because by then, it'll be right around Christmas time probably. Because, you know, I try to do these every day. But it's hard to have to make a video every day. Well, not to have to make a video. Because I don't have to do anything. I mean, I enjoy making videos. But with my schedule and everything, I've got 4 kids and all that, and with my Etsy shop and stuff, it's just, I try to make videos every day, but it's tough. And whenever I am uploading a video, I don't know if you guys, you know, have ever tried to upload a video before, but for some reason, it takes I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or if it's my phone, because I do my videos on my phone. And I upload them from my phone. So it could be that. But my Wi-Fi is not very good. And I'm thinking that has something to do with it. But it takes forever for me to upload a video. Like, usually edit. Well, there's not even really any editing to my videos because I just sit here and blab with you guys. But I upload my video at night before I go to bed, and that's about 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, I know, I'm lame. I go to bed early. But I upload my video. I start uploading it about that time at night, and it doesn't upload until like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. So I don't know if that's normal or if it's just my Wi-Fi. But it would sure make things a lot easier if it uploaded faster, because then I could upload a bunch of videos at one time. I don't even know if you can do that or not. I'm not like tech savvy or anything, so I'm not really sure. Do you guys hear my flies again? I've got like 2 flies in here now. I think it's because we're constantly opening my back door, which goes straight into my craft room. And because the kids are always running in and out playing ball, or, you know, sitting outside in the hammock, or we're constantly letting my dogs outside. I think that's why we have so many flies in here. But it's super annoying. I just kind of roll it in my fingers whenever I get the bead rolled, these 2 beads, because you want to make sure the whole bead is glued down good before you take it off, because it'll pop back open if you don't. I got quite a few made. These are kind of lopsided for some reason. I think it's because the paper is so thick. Yeah, I think it's because it's so thick. Do you see that? You see how it kind of looks a little lopsided? I don't know if you guys can tell or not. Whoops. I think this is going to be my last bead that I do. You always want to make sure you get plenty of glue on these 2 beads, because they will pop open if you don't. That's why I don't use glue stick. I used to when I first started making them, but they kept popping open, and that was super annoying, because by the time I get every one of them made and then go to clear coat them, half of them popped open. So I just use my clear school glue or white school glue and a brush. That way you can control how much glue goes on there. So this is what the beads look like today, guys. I think they're pretty. So you can either do them thick, whole piece of paper, or half a piece of paper. I really like these. These are a lot better. I don't know. This is just what I prefer. But anyhow, so yeah. That was our day 5 challenge. and tune in for day 6. It may not be tomorrow. Hopefully it will be, but it may not be. I don't make promises I can't keep, so I'm not going to promise I'm going to get day 6 out tomorrow, but I'll try. So, yeah. Look at these beads, guys. I wanted to show you these beads before. These just caught my eye. I want to show you these before I end the video here. These a customer ordered, and I'm fixing to send them out. My printer, I told you about my printer running out of ink, so that's why I couldn't finish the rest of the beads, but she ordered some of these beads, and then she ordered 2-inch beads like this, the customer, and aren't those just gorgeous? I love those beads. They are so pretty. They're 1.5 inches. So yeah, anyways, so that's my video for today, guys, and you know the spiel. I'm gonna go through it again anyway, though. If you guys like paper beads, subscribe to my channel. If you want to get social and follow me on my social medias and stuff like that, I have a Instagram, which I'll have linked down below. I have a public Facebook group that you can join if you want to share some of your creations and stuff, or just snoop around and see other people's creations. It is Paper Beads Galore on Facebook. And I have an Etsy shop, which has my paper beads already made, paper bead strips if you don't feel like cutting them out yourself, and my handy dandy paper bead rollers. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll have all that linked down below in the description. So I will catch you guys on day 6. Bye.